to the player rating. I don't even want to call them player ratings because they're not even players at this point. Just people ratings. Let's get into
player
them.
lashings.
Yeah, player lashings. All right. Let's start off.
People been voting? They have in their numbers. Got 30 votes.
All right. Let's start off with Vicario. 3s all round for Vicario. 3.4 from you guys. I mean, this guy with the ball at his feet, man. There was one time he smashed it all the way down the pitch. There was another time where he smashed it out for a throw-in. He is just looking just shot to pieces. He cannot play a simple pass. He made one good save throughout the game, fair enough.
That was a good save, to be fair.
It was a very good save.
Yeah.
But, I mean, apart from that, he just looks so low on confidence. Inability to make a good decision on the ball. Just keeps putting us under pressure every time he gets on the ball. Just really bad, man.
That free kick alone, oh my God.
What's he thinking, though?
I've watched it.
Is he trying to clear it or something?
I thought he was trying to score. Honestly, I think he's trying to score. I think
he came up for the corner at the end as well.
I think he sees Len off his line. He's like, fuck it, I'm going for it. That's the only thing I can think of, and he'll still closer to the corner flag than the goal. That's the only thing I can think of, because where the ball lands, there is not one player. I don't know who. If you asked me who he's aiming for, I couldn't tell you. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, that free kick. And that was one of 3 times I think he played it straight out of play. The guy just exudes panic. That's all he does. He's just panic. No one wants to give the ball to him. He misplaced 100% of his forward passes yesterday. 100% of his forward passes were misplaced and given away.
It is embarrassing.
He's getting worse and worse for Vicario. It seems as though the more he plays, his confidence is getting lower and lower. There was once a decent keeper in there, but no longer. He's a liability. How bad must Kinski be? Because how is he not getting a look in? Every week we say, is Kinski maybe? And every like that.
Was he on the bench yesterday, Kinski?
He was.
He was, yeah.
Just give him a go at this point, because, you know, we're conceding goals anyway. At least Kinski can maybe kick the ball, and he can't kick it.
Yeah, but I guess Kinski probably don't make that save that he makes.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe not.
But look, I think with Vicario, however tragic he has been, he has still been making some decent saves in games.
Every keeper in the Premier League can make a save.
Kinski?
He can make a save.
No, we're not talking about just any save. Like, he's made like top saves.
Yeah, but he's also letting in the easy ones as well.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're a Premier League keeper, of course you can make saves. That's how you get there. You've made saves. Like, yes, I understand he's a very good shot stopper especially when he was at his peak.
But Kinski's not a Premier League keeper. He's
never had a run, has he?
But he's a keeper.
He did have a run when he first came. But.
Yeah, and he was bad. Like, he's a young keeper that has just come from the Czech league. You know what I mean? Like, at least Vicario's got Premier League experience.
Yeah, fair. But look, sometimes you just got to give it a go to see if they sink or swim. I don't know. Just Vicario is so bad recently. It really has been awful.
Yeah. All right, let's move on from Vicario. Let's go on to Pedro Porro. I gave him a 4. You gave him a 5. You guys have split the difference, 4.6. What I would say about Porro, he was one of the only ones from the starting lineup that looked like they actually gave a shit on the pitch. He showed that aggressive nature, showed a willingness to get forward. He just showed a few fundamental. Look, he wasn't great, don't get me wrong. He didn't put in a great performance or anything. But at least he tried to show up and be counted for. That's what I would say about Porro.
Yeah, I think the only time we looked semi-dangerous was maybe when him getting the ball forward and putting crosses in. And there was a couple of times I think he played Moani in the box and put a few balls into the box for Solanke where they got a couple touches down and didn't quite work. But that was the only time we looked semi-dangerous. Apart from that, we had absolutely zero quality on the pitch. It was pretty much only Porro who had an ounce of ability. Wasn't fantastic by any stretch, but yeah, I thought it was our best outfield player.
Yeah. All right. Next up, who have we got? We have got Radu Dragoshin. I gave him a 3. You've given him a 2. Fans have given him a 3.1. On the ball, absolutely horrific. Off the ball, absolutely horrific. I mean, he added absolutely nothing to the team, leaving gaping holes around him. I mean, yeah. What can I say? He's performing at such a low level right now.
Yeah, the only saving grace is he probably should have been given a foul for the first goal. But apart from that, he was shambles, man. He hates having the ball. He treats it like a hot potato. He can't stand having the ball. I've never seen a centre back with less technical ability. Honestly, he needs to go. I would. Honestly, I would rather Dan so half fit than him. You play Palhinha at the centre-back rather than him right now. He's been horrendous. I know he's come back from an ACL, so it's hard to be overly critical because it's difficult injury to come back from, I understand. But he's been horrendous.
I'll say the only positive that came out of his display is that I thought he was fairly dominant in the air. But that's about it.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's Radu. Next up, Mickey van der Ven. 3s all round for Mickey. You guys given him a 4.1. I believe that 4.1 rating, you've given him an extra mark just because his name's Mickey van der Ven. Because I thought he was shocking yesterday. Captain on the day, showing no sort of ability to lead that back line. At times, he just looked so frustrated. He thought he'd just take on the whole team by himself. A couple of times, he lost the ball, putting us under even more pressure. I thought he looked all over the place at times. I mean, we need more from our captain. Yeah,
I think it was funny. People have been... I understand Romero's had his problems as well, leadership and whatnot. But people have been saying, yeah, strip him and give it to Mickey. I don't think Mickey's been much better as a captain.
He's not up to it.
He's not up to it. I think he's too young. He's still learning his own game as well. He's not quite a leader just yet. And he's... I think in one sense, I notice him trying to take responsibility, especially on the boys. I'm gonna run here. I'm just gonna take on my man and try and open the game up. But I think he's getting too easily frustrated. He's not helping the team as much. Obviously, it's a shit show around him. He's the least of the problems. But when you're the captain, I think people look to you for guidance and leadership, and he's not giving it at the moment. I think obviously it's a massive job being captain of this team at the moment, but he doesn't seem up to it either.
All right, next up is Archie Gray. 5 from me, 4 from you, 4.3 from you guys out there. I mean, I gave him an extra mark just because of the assist. Brilliant assist for Richarlison. Well, he actually got the ball on the deck and actually put a decent ball into the box, and he's the one that did it. I did think he got a little bit better once we did make the changes, but for that first hour, I thought he just got given the runaround, really.
They targeted him, I thought, in that first half. They really targeted him on the left. Wilson was getting all sorts of joy. It felt like every time they just went early on that side and tried to catch him out, and they were getting a lot of joy there. He was struggling, wasn't doing much going the other way either, wasn't able to really support Xavi, and Xavi wasn't supporting him either. It was just a horrific partnership. It did improve a bit when Tell came on, and as well I thought he moved over to the right hand side for a bit and was a bit better, so I gave him a mark for that. But it wasn't a good day for him overall, I would say, but a good assist, to be fair. It was actually a really good cross.
Who's next? Next is Conor Gallagher. 3s around for Conor. You guys giving him a 2.6. I mean, this guy put in such a horrific display yesterday. It was actually hard to watch. It really was. Like, name me one thing apart from losing the ball that he did yesterday, because it felt like every time he just got on the ball, he just lost it.
He got hooked. Before the hour mark?
Yeah.
This is our new not record signing, but a new big signing, record wages, and he doesn't seem fit at the moment. He's supposed to be this guy who's got unbelievable stamina, run for 90 minutes. He can't seem to run for 20 minutes or 2 minutes, let alone 90 minutes. The lack of quality is astounding. His lack of ability to do anything going forward or looking forward was shocking. He seems to be out on his feet all the time. He seems to be puffing all the time. He doesn't seem to be completely 100% fit. I don't know is it because it was like a game time at Atletico or what it is, but he doesn't seem to be 100%. And rightfully hooked on before the end mark, 55 minutes.
I thought this guy would be like, this like kind of dual monster that's get up and down the pitch, box to box midfielder that's gonna crash the box late and help us the other way as well. I mean, I didn't even see him even contesting for Jules yesterday. Like, seriously,
terrible.
Just hitting the ball out of play as well. Just nothing. It says here on his stats, his total progression was minus 12.3 meters.
What does that mean? Minus 12 meters progression?
He's a regressor, not a progressor.
So he went back 12 meters? Is that what he means? I don't know what that means, but awful.
72% passing accuracy. I mean, I don't even know how he got that.
He only competed for 4 duels and lost 3 of them.
See what I mean? He took 37 touches yesterday and he lost possession 12 times, and I bet you it was more than that anyway. So
He was shocking.
Conor Gallagher, man, like, what are you doing?
I understand he's been played out of position as well, but he's not impressed by any stretch of the imagination since coming in.
He's had one good 45 minutes against Man City. The rest of it has been horrendous.
All right, next up.
Yves Bissouma, 4s all round, 3.4 from you guys. And look, after a decent first 45 against Arsenal, yeah, I thought he was pretty poor in this game. I thought he just looked completely lost in the middle of the park. What did he do? Again, another player where you're thinking, I've just watched you for 60-odd minutes, however long he was on the pitch for. What did you actually do?
Yeah, he wasn't great. I thought there was times where he was driving forward and I think opened up the middle a bit, but it was literally maybe once or twice in the game, whereas he was getting exposed time after time. It was horrible. I thought he started okay and then really faded badly. Although I would say it's a very low bar, but he's probably still our best midfielder at the moment, and it's crazy to think that he's our best midfielder, and we were happy to cancel his contract 2 months ago, and this is the state we're in. Basuma's not the kind of guy or the kind of character I feel that you want in these situations when you're in a relegation fight and you need everyone to give everything, especially when we've discarded him for most of the season. So expecting him to then not only come back, but to basically come back and save the team that was basically just being discarded him for most of the season is a tall order. But that's the situation we're in. We are asking him to do that, and I don't know if he's up to it.
Next up, Javi. Joao Palhinha. I gave him a 4, you gave him a 3. 3.6 from you guys out there. Again, just so horrific on the ball. Lost it so many times, out of play so many times. The reason I gave him more than a 3 and gave him a 4, because I just felt like off the ball, at least he tried to contest for those second balls where I felt like no other player were doing that, apart from him and Pedro Porro. So I gave him a bit of a higher mark because of that, but still a horrendous display.
I thought he was so bad. He's literally just chasing after his own tail at times, giving the ball, he's getting the ball, giving it away, then chasing after having to make a tackle. That's basically his game. Honestly,
But you look at him, look at his stats compared to everyone else in terms of the ability of times to win the ball back of possession, right? He did it a lot more than anyone else on the football pitch. And you've got to give him credit for that.
But that's because he had the worst passing accuracy on the pitch. 54%. 54%, that is unheard of in the Premier League. I don't think anyone has his passing accuracy as bad as that. So half his tackles is his own fault. So it's hard to give him credit for it when it's his fault that we're there. Like, fine, he chased his own bad pass and made a tackle.
But a lot of players were also making bad passes and not even making an effort to try and win the ball back.
But not as bad as him. Basuma, who had a bad game, had an 83% pass accuracy. He had 54.
No, I get it. It was terrible.
It's horrendous. There was a moment where he had possession of the ball and he slid tackle rather than actually just passing it.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh, like, what are you doing?
What is that? What is that?
I couldn't believe I was watching. He's like a parody of himself. He was like everyone was saying, oh, he preferred to slide tackle and pass it than pass it, and yeah, he actually did it. He actually did it during the game. I was laughing. I just couldn't believe that was actually possible. I understand that there's been reservations about his on the ball play when we first signed him, but he was kind of making up for it, with other stuff. I think that's completely gone at the moment. At this moment, I do not see Tottenham exercising the option for next season. I think one season's enough. I don't think you can have a successful team with someone as bad on the ball as him. I am actually astonished by his lack of ability on the ball. I thought it was better than it is, and it's nowhere near as well as it is. We can't have him in this team next season. He's so bad. I couldn't believe it.
All right, who's next? Javi Simmons. 3s all round for Javi. 3.4 from you guys. I mean, the only player in the team with any sort of creative mind, and I just felt like he was completely lost. Completely lost. Like, every time he got the ball, he looked devoid of confidence, shoulders slumped. He looked like in a really bad way in terms of confidence levels. He just put in an absolute nonsense showing yesterday, Javi Simmons. Again, I can say it for every single one of them. What did they do? Like, what did he do?
No, he was anonymous. I was going in on him while watching the game. Like, he's just a ghost. He wasn't getting involved in the game. Again, similar to Gallagher, I didn't like his position. I didn't like him being shunted out on the wing. Didn't help him. He seemed to be just like out there not doing anything. Gray wasn't helping him, so he was not getting on the ball. When he did get on the ball, I thought it was wasteful. He was trying things, but they weren't coming off. But because we were seeing so little of the ball, like every time it cost us, like it took us so long to get the ball back, and then he's been wasteful again. On one side, I want him to try things because it's like he's the only one doing it. So if he's not going to try something, then no one else is. But the problem is nothing was coming off. So it's hard to give him credit where he was just basically all that's happening is he was getting the ball and just giving it away constantly, picking out the wrong pass. But the only thing I would say is, yes, he was picking out the wrong pass, but at least he was trying to pick a lock. He was trying to do something. But there was no quality there, so I can't exactly say great because he was bad. It was the right decision to take him off. Or at least I think what I would like to have seen is maybe him move to the middle and maybe tell on the left and see what they could have done. He didn't do it. He took him off, which was probably the right decision because he was having a stinker.
Next up is Randall Kolo Muani. I gave him a 3, you gave him a 2, 3.1 from you guys out there. Embarrassing display, just consistently making foul. How many fouls did he even make yesterday?
Don't know, it seemed like a lot.
4 fouls. I mean, it just seemed like he just lost the ball and just made a foul just consistently throughout the game. That's all that was happening. I thought he was a bit lazy in the press. Didn't seem like he was up for the fight. Offered us absolutely nothing going forward. Really poor.
Yeah, he was bad. He was so bad. I thought he was not really looking to get the ball. I thought we were playing it into him, and he was allowing himself to be bullied. It seemed as though, like, as soon as the centre-back went near him, he's like, he didn't want to engage. He just allowed the opposition to get the ball. And he's like, he didn't want to maybe give him a shoulder barge or battle for it. As soon as, like, the other centre-back became a bit more aggressive, he was like, all right, you have it.
And so different from the Arsenal game, so I thought he had that in his game where he was like willing to engage and willing to fight for the cause at least a little bit. Well, this time he wasn't.
No, and going the other way, when he was pressing, he just kept fouling the opposition. He was just completely out of the game, wasn't interested, it seemed, in this one, and rightfully taken off for Richarlison.
Yep. And finally, Dominic Solanke, 3s all round for Solanke, 3.3 from you guys out there. I thought his inability to press, his work rate, everything that you don't want to see was pretty much on show. I would say, like him compared to Muani, I thought his work rate was better than Muani's. I thought, he put himself about a little bit and won a couple of duels at least, but that's pretty much all he did.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, he got the ball in the box a couple of times, but couldn't fashion anything. Barely any hold-up play, which we associate with him, to be honest. Slim pickings, really. I really expected him and Muani to link up a bit more, but they weren't getting near each other and they weren't linking up. There was no partnership going on there. I understand they haven't played too much together, but still, I would like to see it attempted at least. It wasn't. I thought I might expect a lot more from Solanke and didn't see enough from him.
Let's move on to the substitutes. First up is Kevin Danso, 5s all round. I mean, 4.3 from you guys. I mean, he was brought on the 90th minute, so it's hard to give him
long throws, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't mention that. Dragishin's long throws.
Oh, horrendous.
He couldn't even throw it long.
I know.
Come on. You're supposed to be this big brute and like have big arms, and he couldn't beat the first man at a long throw.
Danso, he had one long throw in whilst he was on the pitch, and at least he put it into a better area than Dragishin did, but still.
He had 3, didn't he, Dragishin? All terrible.
All really bad, 100%. So Danso was brought on the 90th minute. So, I mean, it's hard to give him a rating.
Yeah, I mean, didn't do much.
Richarlison, 6s all round, 5.8 from you guys. At least he put the ball in the back of the net. Nice header at the back post. And again, I think he showed some traits that he's willing to fight for the team. So if you get a goal and you do that, did all right.
Yeah, I think what he did do, which is different to Muani, is what he didn't just like allow the Fulham centre-back to win the ball. He didn't just like step aside. It's like, oh, Bassey's coming, I'm just going to step aside here. That's what felt like Muani did. At least he put his body on the line and won some free kicks. Yeah, he took a few hits, but he won some free kicks. If the Fulham defender was going to win it, he's going to have to win it. He's going to have to battle for it. He can't just have it easily like Muani let him have it. And so that was a bit of a difference. He got the goal as well. Just look, I wouldn't say it was loads of quality. He's got this really annoying trait, Richarlison, when the ball gets played into feet, and instead of just like going towards it and maybe like there's a few players in space and a quick layoff and making a run, what he'll do is he'll just continually back into his the Fulham defender to try and engage some contact. But he doesn't realise sometimes it's better just to go towards the ball and get possession and lay it off to a teammate rather than constantly backing in where you're giving up other opportunities around the pitch because you're so focused on getting contact and wanting to gain a free kick or trying to gain an advantage there. There are so many times where the better option is just take possession, quickly lay it off, and he doesn't do it. It's very frustrating. But it was a good cameo from him.
Is there a better striker in world football when you're 2-0 down than Richarlison?
No, he's the best.
Is there seriously? How many goals has he scored for us when we're 2-0 down?
They say he is the king of getting the ball out of the net. Ball out of the net king.
Well, to be fair, Bassi took the ball out of the net quicker than him, and Bassi wouldn't let him have it. And then he did show some fight in that moment.
Look, and to be fair, he got another goal. I mean, how many goals is that this season now? Is that 10? Is that his 10th goal?
8 or 9?
8 in the Prem.
Yeah.
And yes, 8th goal in the Prem, 3 assists, so 11 goal contributions. I mean, in terms of his goals per game, he's still strong, isn't it? He has a knack of just being there and being right place, right time.
Yeah.
So we need that right now. And look, to be fair, if there's one player in this squad who does have a big experience of being in this position, it is him.
Yeah, he dragged Everton out of it, didn't
exactly. So I think we are going to need him.
Someone actually said to me in the away end yesterday, Richarlison, when he scored that goal, is like, oh, he's doing for us what he did for Everton a few years back.
Yeah, I remember. I think when they were 2-0 down in the game to save themselves, he got a brace and he kept them up, and that's what we need from him.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you say he starts next game? He's got to start, right?
Oh, for sure. I think he starts against Palace.
Matisse Tell, 6 all round for Matisse. You've given him a 5.9. Again, someone that came on, willingness to fight, willingness to contribute, willingness to go forward and drive, which we were missing all game. And yeah, he was involved in the goal that we did score with his play with Archie Gray. So yeah, I give him credit for his cameo.
Yeah. The only what does he need to do to start a game? Every time we talk about it, it seems to be positive.
He has to start next game.
Like he's doing
There's no
well.
question
He's
about
only started 6 games this season. I don't really get it. I don't get why. What is he doing in training? Is he just missing every goal and not doing anything? Because what are these other players doing to keep him out of the team? Because every time he comes on, he seems to impress. And we seem to be talking about, he's done a good cameo there, done quite well there. Even when he started a few games, I know it was in December. Was that the last time he started? I can't even remember. But he scored against Bournemouth, in a game that he started, and then we didn't see him start after that.
You know, he was on a good run, and then the Champions League squad got announced, and he got with him and Solanke, and he got taken out of the team. I think he's barely played since then. Yeah,
it's a whole confusing situation, but he seems to be one that's trying his best. What I like about him actually is he gets the ball with his back to goal, and he actually retains it. I feel like at the beginning of the season he was getting out muscled and losing it. He's actually retaining the ball a lot better now. And for the goal, by the way, he gets the ball on the halfway line and drives all the way till the penalty box, and they couldn't get near him. Tete, very, very good stuff there.
Yeah,
and good play. The only annoying one was straight after the goal, he had another moment. They played the ball to him very quickly, and he just had a little moment to open the space and shoot, and he just couldn't get the shot off or find the man. And if he did, there was a good chance there, and he kind of screwed it up a bit. But I thought he was definitely very, very positive.
Yeah, but like in the match review, I was always talking about heart, intent, desire. I mean, he showed all of that. So he's got to start.
Yeah, he has to start.
All right, Pape Matar, I gave him a 5, you gave him a 4, 4.6 from you guys. I mean, I thought he did add a bit of extra legs in the midfield for us and was able to drive forward on a couple of times. Didn't have too much of an impact, but I thought he's another player that came on and helped for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he did all right. I mean, wasn't great, probably just as good as the other guys that were on. Maybe a tiny bit better, but I think it was pretty negligible. Yeah, it was okay.
And last but not least, Igor Tudor. Sousa. Actually, yeah, Sousa. He came on and nearly forced a goal, didn't he? Right at the end.
Yeah, played it into side, didn't he? He was shot inside netting.
So 6 all round from us, 5.1 from you guys. I mean, look, he wasn't on for very long, but again, he showed a willingness to get in the box and actually try and make something happen. And again, instead of playing Archie Gray out of position at fullback, why not let's give this kid a go? Yeah,
I like what I saw. To be honest, he was making the runs. It just gave us more balance. It seemed having a left footer there, he can go on the outside. Again, we've only seen him in little. I mean, I guess against United it was a bit longer, wasn't it?
It was half an hour.
But it was a different circumstance, down to 10 men. This one, what was it, 5 minutes we saw him, but he looked decent. I mean, he looked a bit handy. I think give him a start just to see, I think. And if it's really that bad...
Can't get much worse though, can it?
If it's really that bad, then maybe we can reassess it. But I think at this point, from what we've seen, there's no reason not to choose him rather than a guy to currently play.
Completely agree. So that's Sousa. Now Igor Tudor, what do I give him? 3, 2, whatever. Like, I thought the players didn't know what formation they were playing. They looked completely lost. I would give him a bit of credit though, because the changes that he did make, I felt changed the trajectory of the game a little bit, and I thought they were good. His changes were good. However, I think they should have come at half time, to be honest. We saw all that first half. Like, why didn't he make a change at half time? I was like, after watching that first half, I was saying to everyone, there's got to be changes at half time. We cannot persist with no changes at half time. I thought it was absolutely madness.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like his tactics. I thought, I don't know if the players aren't having him or what, but the man-to-man pressing wasn't working. He was very easily beaten. I think Xavi, playing a 4-4-2 with Xavi and Gallagher on the wing is suicidal. I think it's a horrible decision. I don't know what he's thinking, how we can get an advantage of. It was never going to work. I think Dragusin, having him in the team, honestly, I'll just take him out. But I think Palhinha looks so much better on the ball at centre-back than he does in the middle. He can't play the ball forward when he's in midfield. The formation was horrible. And I think he's struggling to get a tune out of these players in the moment. Yeah, the subs impacted things. I do think, look, I want to give him a bit of grace because he's still learning about this team. He's only been here 2 weeks. It's hard to...
Yeah, you can only say what you see, can't you?
No, he's doing badly, but I'm in terms of saying he's a bad manager and all this kind of stuff, it's hard to demand he performs miracles, but at the moment that's what the situation requires. So.
Yeah, true. All right, so that is our player ratings. Let us know yours in the comments section below.